Okay guys, here we are, Brown and Daughter's honey. It is dusk. It's still pretty warm out, but you know the bees really aren't bearding. We're out here because we're going to move two hives, only two hives, to a friend's field. He is growing watermelon for this late summer crop. Now, you know, the bees, they'll get some pollen out of it, and they'll also, you know, be a little further away from these other hives. Probably benefit them a little bit to some extent, being on their own, getting a little closer to maybe some different forage sites, because right now they're competing with a fairly large number of hives, not just ours but others. While the nectar won't be much to talk about for this farmer, for a friend of our family. He's helped me personally. Been to my wedding, and went over there. I was on a hike with my daughter on a very hot day, and she needed some water. We stopped in, him and his wife and his daughter, and everyone treated us like we're family. And this was a holiday, you know, we interrupted their holiday meal, and picked up my daughter, put them in their lap, gave, you know, so type of, you hear the saying, give the shirt off their back, and he really is. My mom used to have a saying that family does for family, and that is to say that, you know, you always help out your family, but also it works in the reverse, that when someone will help you out that way, you treat them like family. So we're going to go ahead and move these hives out there. Like I said, it's only two. It's just right down the road, just mini pollination. I'm a little worried because he does spray, so I'm going to send him some strong hives, but I'm going to send him some hives that one was a poor performer this year because they are a late start, so they're not bad bees, they just got to a late start, so they actually have a pretty decent population. And the other one I'm going to send down there, they're good, they're a nice populous hive, but they just don't get me excited. I think this queen may be on her last year. I don't think she'll make it through the winter. Maybe she probably will need to requeen that hive. So I think that's some good hives. So if they get oversprayed, if they get fungicide, whatever, and I lose them, then, you know, it's not fun, but I can, you know, at least I'll have some empty boxes to make splits. So I'll try to film as I go. I'm kind of alone, but we'll see what happens, okay? Okay, so here we go. I've got this 8-inch hardware cloth. This stuff is like gold to find around here. I have had a real difficult time trying to find it. So I'm going to smoke these girls. My hand is in the way. Sorry guys. Smoke these girls, stuff the front edge hardware cloth, then wrap it up in a ratchet strap, and try to back the tractor up here and load it up, and then do the same down the road. I'll try to catch what I can. Okay guys, here you can see I got it in there. They aren't too happy, but and there's a bee or two out here. They'll find their way into another hive. Well, and while I'm at it, let's see. I think it's a good chance to add these tags. I have to thank JCB's, your Central Ohio beekeeper, for giving this idea. These are just livestock ear tags. So this Hive 7, Hive 1. These are really cool. They're flexible, and I could just screw it right into the front. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, it's not as fun as it looks, but also not as bad as I'm making it sound. It's actually not too bad. Let's see, I'm going to try to film this. I don't even know if you can hear me, but I'm going to try to film this, and it's going to look really awkward. Okay, we are loaded up, hitched down, and ready to hit the road. It's like 750 meters or something. Not very far, maybe a kilometer. Well, folks, I don't know if you can hear me, but here they are. They're in their location. You can see in the far distance that I believe is Rehoboth, or yeah, that's Rehoboth. A lot of smoke. Rishon is a little further north, and then way behind those trees is Yavne, which is a significant ancient city. And my bees are sitting right here enjoying the view. I've got them half shade, half not shade. The sun rises in that direction, so they'll be up early to pollinate these watermelons, because watermelon flowers are interesting. They only bloom in the morning, and they only bloom for one day, so they have to be pollinated by around 10 or 11 a.m. And then as the evening, the later hot sun kind of hits them, they'll be shaded by this tree. So I think it's probably the best, because it is in the 90s to 100s at this point. I think that's it for tonight. We'll see what happens. They did tell me that they would spray around 8 o'clock at night, so most of the bees will be home. So I really very much appreciate their diligence and their conscientious farming practices. All right, with Brown and Daughters Honey, this is Connor signing off.